They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Knights will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. That's caught. It's Humphreys. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Shakes off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to... They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive, coming out, setting the tone. Did they get stopped on 3rd down? Now you bring on the punt unit? No, 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 no. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
The Rebels are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Humphreys. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
The offense changing the play. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Off-play action on first down. Got a man. It's Hawkins. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Working that wide receiver screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hughes. Touchdown, Knights! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Intercepted.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Jackson will throw. They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. It just didn't happen.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after game, but enough to move those chains. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Sends it back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Finds a tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to Utah. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Lacey. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Makes the catch. It's Ray. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the run, it's Lacey. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Connection to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball to the back. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Jackson gonna throw it. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
On the run, deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCF!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Sends it downfield. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Rebels are in the hurry up. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Jackson will throw. It's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Makes a grab, he's got a 1st down. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick handoff. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a 1st.
They believe they can run right here. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Jackson gonna throw it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. Time Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Trying to punch it in. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Knights! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ray. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into bus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets past the marker. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. Again, no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Just a little off. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Leaves it with the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Jackson will throw. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing, throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Might be looking to run. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion?
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pocket breaking down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. Then try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to Utah. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Humphreys. Crosses the 45. Into the secondary on the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on the option. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gives it on the option. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Rebels! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. He marched 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hand, it's Hawkins. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got the first down, looking for more. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Odom. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
He turns that loose down the right side.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Jackson will throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds space on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Pressure coming. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking to throw again. Now he's going to break the pocket. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The quick out.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Stumbled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break. Now, a field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. The option look. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this 4th quarter.
looking for a big gain. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner goes down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stick. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. Still looking on the move. He makes the grab for the 2, but wait just a second. There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a mess. A delay of game on the 2-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll send the tight end in motion. Makes the grab. It's Lacey. Oh, he's got some space.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Motion from the wide receiver. They want that clock to run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Quarterback making checks. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Working that left side now. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.